Today we're making an easy, healthy, and delicious vegetarian chili. For these recipes, we're going to need some basic vegetables for a Mexican-style flavor base. We use celery, carrot, and onion, then we add some bell pepper and garlic, and we spice it up with some cumin, smoked paprika to create that smoky chili flavor. We also need beans, which are going to replace our meats. So we're using here black beans and kidney beans. You can mix in your favorite beans. The first step is the flavor base. We're going to heat up some extra virgin olive oil in a large pot or Dutch oven, ideally with a thick bottom. While the oil heats up, we're chopping the onion, carrot, and celery. I slice it horizontally first, then vertically, and then down. So I add the onion to the pot, then I keep on chopping the carrot. I cut it in half, then in half again, and then into small wedges. You see guys, for these recipes, you don't really have to prep the ingredients in advance. You can cut as you go. The secret here is to keep the heat to medium-low, depending on how fast you are cutting. This is gonna save you a ton of time in the kitchen. Rather than prepping everything in advance, I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and saute for 3 to 4 minutes. In the meantime, I chop the bell pepper, then add it to the other vegetables. Next, we're adding garlic, pressed or grated. As a final step for the flavor base, we're adding the spices. I'm going in with 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, cumin, about 1.5 teaspoons, and some chili powder for spiciness. But if you guys have it in your pantry, you can substitute chipotle powder for the smoked paprika and the chili. Chipotle is both smoky and a little spicy. Delicious in chili. Can you smell it? Awesome. So we're gonna toast the spices for a minute while stirring. Look at this beautiful flavor base. This is what's going to give the flavor to the chili. If you get this right, your chili is gonna taste delicious. Okay, we can go in with the crushed or diced tomatoes. Careful because the pan is hot, so it might splatter. Always remember to rinse the cans with a little bit of water. Yeah, we don't want to waste anything here. Then we're adding the beans. We're using, as I said before, we're using black beans and kidney beans here. You can use canned or you can cook the beans yourself. In this case, we have them cooked. But if you were gonna use cans, you can just use 3 cans of whatever beans you like. We strongly recommend at least 2 cans of black beans. If you guys cook the beans yourself, I recommend storing them in their cooking liquid. I'm going in with the kidney beans. Pinto beans are also delicious here. Then I'm adding a little bit of vegetable broth, which I make actually with vegetable bouillon. Hot water, and here it goes. Then season with salt, black pepper, and about 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. If you have Mexican dried oregano, that's even better. Now give it a quick stir. I'm so excited about this. This is looks like a huge pot of chili, but we do this on purpose because this stores beautifully. So it's a perfect recipe for meal prep. You can freeze it. So go ahead and do the whole batch because you're gonna love it. Then you wanna turn the heat up, cover the pot with a lid. When the chili is boiling, you crack the top open and you let it sit there on a slow simmer. I would say for about 40 minutes. You want the chili to thicken properly and to infuse with flavor. Then while the chili simmers, we can cook the rice and prepare the toppings. Toppings are everything. I will never tire of saying that. We recommend some corn on the cob. Boil it for 5 minutes in lightly salted water. You can also use canned corn, it's entirely up to you. Cool it down for a few seconds under running water, then slice it off decisively to separate the kernels. For the rice, we're gonna cook it just like we cook pasta. Bring some water to a boil. Then when the water is boiling, you can add the rice. We're using brown rice. We recommend with chili. Add a teaspoon of salt, then after about 30 minutes, the rice should be ready. Drain it and set it aside to steam off. Remember to stir once in a while so that the chili doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Okay guys, after about 40 minutes of simmering, this is how your chili is going to look like. Wow.
Beautiful.
If you do like it extra creamy, you can always blend with an immersion blender, making sure that this part is made of metal. You just need a couple of pulses. That's it. Guys, I want to show you something. Come closer. See all this thickened tomato concentrate on the edge? This is all flavor. So you want to stir this in. Like imagine this has been sitting there for half an hour. It's like a concentration of flavor. I'm gonna stir in some baby spinach. You're gonna wilt with the residual heat of the chili, so there's no need to cook them. Just stir them in. And finally, some balsamic vinegar. Why? Because it's sweet, acidic, savory. It combines all the beautiful flavors that we want in the chili. Because this chili is missing meat, right? So we want to add those flavors by adding a little bit of balsamico. Stir it in. Now remember to taste and adjust for salt. Ooh, it's so good. We like to serve this in a large bowl, topped with brown rice on the side. You just need a couple of tablespoons. A dollop of sour cream or Greek yogurt, finely chopped spring onions, the corn kernels, some fresh cilantro, sliced avocado, and a generous squeeze of fresh lime juice.
How do you store this?
You can store this in an airtight container. What's important is that you let it reach room temperature first, then you can put it in the fridge up to 5 days, or you can let it cool down completely at room temperature and put it in the freezer for up to 3 months. Easy, right?